Relax the stars.
Hey, the star of the show.
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
You're
Okay.
there.
Where are you, Julie?
It's Medford.
Manford. Are you doing basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get technology going here for me.
You're doing great.
My,
Oh, there she is.
Hi.
Hey, my favorite ice rink is in Medford. It's called the Rink.
Oh,
Ice rink.
Yeah, I love
that's
it.
a good
Go.
name for it.
Yeah, it's 3 R's. The
Rink.
Like,
That's awesome.
awesome.
Oh, we just got started, Julie. So,
Cool.
cool.
Should we do stars?
Yeah, that's what we should do, so we should do it. I just destroyed my legs yesterday, so this is gonna be interesting.
Ooh.
I'm in a different physiological state right now.
Ooh.
Like dragging myself upstairs and hobbling around, so we'll see
Okay,
what happens.
alright.
Yeah.
Slide out. Keep
An
it there.
unintentional
Ready,
workout, or?
go.
It was
Ready, go.
an intentional. I intentionally destroyed my body,
Ready, go.
Gotcha.
and they're okay.
Ready, go.
Hot tamale.
Nice.
Here we are. Down, ready, go. Nice. Ready, go. Sweet.
Cool.
Ready, go. I think that would be solid. So you guys have extension. Ready, go.
Oh,
Okay.
it felt fine. It
Yeah.
just didn't feel
Wow.
fine.
Just tired.
Oh god, it hurts.
Ready,
So good.
go.
Oh god.
Not that one.
What did you do, Jazz?
I just destroyed my legs yesterday.
Ready, go.
Oh god, this is done too.
Okay.
PBA.
Maybe.
Beat.
Okay, so we last left off.
Were we doing IR hip? Did we leave an audio note?
Yeah.
It was internal.
No, I'm sure we didn't because I had to blitz out of there.
Oh, you did. You did. Yeah.
Unless you guys pulled up on the other.
I don't think we did.
Supine.
Ooh. Hey Eli, where are you at in the in OneNote so I can see your?
I mean, just the
USS Jazz.
USS's Jazz, the appointment session that you were filling out.
Is she shared in there? On that file?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you have Eli assesses Jazz.
I do, and I'm in the
Nice.
latest appointment, but it's like says appointment. Oh, here we are.
Yeah, I know.
It just took a minute.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, so it was last time for me.
So we're just following up on 4/2/25 there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. So let's see.
What a world we're living in.
It's pretty wild.
Isn't this
True.
crazy?
It is.
Julie's in Medford doing a study
Yes.
session with us.
And I'm linked into OneNote at the same time.
I know. I just think
Right?
that's wild.
It's cray cray.
Okay, let's just check Jazz real quick. The supine straight leg IR.
Okay.
So IR and then keep it down. I want to lift you up. Ready, go.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so that was
Still
the
low
first
quality,
thing.
huh?
Yeah, and then the other thing was prone 90.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what we were doing. We were getting into this extension hip thingy.
Keep that there. Oh yeah. Ready. And I'm pushing you backward.
Yeah.
Ready, go.
Oh yeah. No.
So there's.
Jeez.
Okay, cool. So then that's supine, IR, and extension, and supine. Hey Julie,
Yeah.
what's the difference between if you go over to our focus order, the supine straight leg IR and the supine IR plus extension?
I think that was the
Oh.
test. Extension was the test. I think.
And what's then the supine straight leg
It was
IR?
just internal
One of them's
rotation.
prone and one of them's supine.
What was that, Julie?
Never mind.
Okay.
Eli, one of those was me supine straight leg with internal.
Oh, we
rotation.
trying to get you out of internal rotation.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
so
want
just
to test that too?
Yeah.
Were you doing coupling treatments? last
Yeah.
time?
We're doing coupling. That's where you're gonna left off.
Okay.
Okay, keep it there. Ready, go. Does that just feel like you? ready, go. Just make you have it for a second.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Okay.
Can we try this one just to see what it
This
really?
side?
Yeah.
Okay, ready, go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's.
Is one of those widths extension?
Okay. One was we were trying lifting out of extension, and then
Yeah.
this was just out of internal rotation.
And so it was all bad. IR was
Yeah.
bad. IR with extension was bad. IR prone was 90 was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Good attitude.
I don't have a very strong emotional attachment to quality.
In a way, it's good to see you that you have some things
Oh, I have
of like
these things?
always being on the table, you know, just
Yeah. Well, I'm never on the table, so this is
do a work exchange, right? This is
Yeah.
awesome,
learn and hopefully I get better.
right?
Did we try seated IR?
We did, and it was high quality.
It's high quality.
Yeah, I guess that's a good reason to write the high quality ones down on occasion. But yeah, I do remember that.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, because what we saw was that all flexed hip IRs were high quality, and all extended hip
But
IR.
prone knee,
That's extended though.
Okay, I was thinking bent knee.
Right, but it's the hip
That's the
position.
position
Yeah,
is
yeah.
there, okay, so
So yeah, seated is hip flexed.
Yeah,
90-90
right.
is hip flexed.
you're right.
Yep. So the things we're looking at right now,
Are with
IR and extension of the hip.
okay.
But the interesting thing is, hip extension by itself is high
Right,
quality,
Right.
which gives us options to work with from a treatment standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
What about your pelvic floor?
What about it?
Well, I'm just wondering how that plays into your stability and with internal rotation right now, either in extension or without.
Should we try pelvic floor?
So are you saying your theory is pelvic floor may bolster the contraction,
Yes.
or we'll see.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
So
Test it.
keep it here, pelvic floor,
And what am I doing here?
and I'm gonna try to spin you out.
Okay,
You're
IR.
gonna pelvic
Got
floor.
you.
Okay, ready, go. No. Let's do it one more time. I'm gonna try to lift you up. You're gonna keep down. Okay, ready, go. Yeah. So pelvic floor didn't seem to help that.
Actually feels worse.
Yeah.
Which,
So maybe you should try doing some pelvic floor. This is just one option, and I'm kind of stuck in that.
yeah, I think I think from a study session standpoint, what we need to work on is the modes of contractions and and configurational stuff. I mean, I think you know how to educate on pelvic floor at this point.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Julie, I like where you're going with that. I'm just thinking from so here's the other thing. I do my pelvic floor stuff every morning.
Okay, so you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I could try a ramp. Let me just do one and
Okay, one ramp, and then we'll test
yeah.
it.
Bless you.
No, you're not. Because you have two games and you're gonna wait.
Yeah.
Are you going to 100 or are you going to 80?
Oh, it's like 80. Okay.
That's your daily routine too?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with, I'll try to lift you up.
Okay.
Keep it there, ready, go.
Dude, the range feels better.
Yeah, that's true.
The quality feels like crap, but the range feels.
The rain looks better than this side. Maybe about the same. But yeah, definitely better.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, let's just try it spinning out. Keep it there, ready, go.
Yeah.
So, we're in modes of contraction. And
Yeah.
Modes is,
Julie, the range got way better.
I saw that. That's crazy. I mean, I didn't see it. I didn't see it this morning, but compared to what it was on Wednesday.
Yeah, no, it was trash this morning.
Okay.
so.
Because you are. Yeah.
No, go ahead, Julie.
I was gonna say you are in using internal rotation to do that PVA. I mean, to do the PVA left.
Yeah, PVA right was trash too.
Okay, both ways?
Yeah.
That was new,
Yeah.
just from the work you did.
PVA right was high quality last time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, left was not.
Right, but right was high quality
Right was
last
high
time.
quality, yeah.
But this time both were
But this-
garbage.
yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's do some shit.
So we can do the straight leg IR
Yeah.
iso myo plyo.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
can't do straight leg external rotation. Or no, sorry.
Internal.
Internal rotation with a hip extension.
You could.
We can only do iso though, right? How would you myo that?
So this is the cool thing. You could actually run systematicity here, where we're running extension.
Into it.
And, yeah, like we could do.
Okay.
That's kind of what I was wondering. Was like, okay,
But
if we,
that's okay, so that's like a myo for the IR, not a myo for extension.
correct.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Which
Can
could.
Which might be the thing. We're looking at IR, not necessarily the extension.
Yeah. Right. And the extension was high quality. The extension's only low quality with IR.
Mm-hmm.
So.
we find IR. We found IR high quality from a bed pet. So,
Yep.
So
So we could just start IR neutral and just play that game if we
Mhm.
wanted to, and then go from there.
okay.
Are you extending your heel out?
No,
Or
it's
pushing it
hip,
into the
hip,
table?
hip extension. Yeah, yeah.
Is there any way
Get out.
just before you start those modes of contraction, just to test adduction?
Like
you guys do
IR with adduction.
or just by itself?
Sure.
Adduction by itself.
Sure.
Keep that.
It's easy to
Keep
do.
that inch with the other leg. I'm gonna push you up to the desk. Ready, go.
Cool.
Didn't feel amazing.
Want to try this side?
Yeah, sure.
I'm like, it was great.
Keep it there. Ready, go.
They both feel kind
Yeah,
of
they
medium.
feel like medium. What if you
Do not take
can you
that down.
internally rotate this? Keep it there. Ready, go.
Not much, dude. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced it's an internal rotation.
Yeah, I mean it
issue.
seems like that's what.
I mean, we could check it in abduction
Check
too, for that matter.
There, ready, go.
Yeah, I'm
No,
done.
done.
Yeah.
So straight hip extension IR collar. So let's just go for what do you think? Systematicity?
Doesn't,
With
dude,
extension?
this is the cool thing. Like, it
Well, let's
doesn't.
just go for the easy one, which is
Yeah, that's what I'm
IR.
thinking. Let's
ISO,
just- and then we
myo,
can, and then we
and
can get weird
get
with
crazy.
it. Yeah,
So let's just do an ISO just to see if you can
Okay.
kind of activate that because our
Oh,
last
my
time it
neck
was
just popped.
yeah.
That felt great.
You're working his neck with his heel.
Craziness.
Oh, there's the crackles. Oh, there's some crackles. Oh, there's more crackles. Neck again. Oh, there's my glute. Oh, my thigh's burning. Oh, this feels good. Oh, there's my low back pop.
Ooh.
Oh, there's the crackles.
You got your crackling angle. That's craziness.
How much force are you putting?
Not
None.
much. I'm like,
Oh.
I mean, I am putting force. The first day, or Wednesday, I was like nothing when I started. This time, I am pushing a little bit.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Good feelings?
It's fine. No big deal.
Okay.
All good.
So we'll do 3 of these,
Yeah.
test it, and
Yeah.
then try the myoseries
Totally.
or
Yep.
plyoseries. Okay.
Did you hold it just till your RP of something or?
Yeah, I kind of took it to 3.5 ish.
Okay.
Do you like Jazz just the pressure here, or do you like
I
the
would-
grip?
That's fine too. I would do a little force coupling too, maybe.
Yeah.
Like almost like bear down on me a little bit, and that way I can get not just this, but like that too. So I'd put a little counter pressure on both sides. So it's almost like you're
like
you're
this?
fighting me a little bit. Like yeah, that. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels like the whole leg is working
Gosh.
now.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because now you're having to drive your heel into this.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, there's a jaw release.
My God, I just felt that too. I'm kind of on my left.
By proxy.
Yeah, she's like, I'm.
Treatment by proxy.
Yeah.
to Bedford.
Yeah.
You got a wide range there, man.
Yeah. We were so in sync now. Julie's like, I can feel Jazz. Like,
I'm ironing my left, and I'm like, oh my shot just went. Here to go.
she was just like walking through a dale, and it's like, oh, my back just. I wonder what Jazz is doing now.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm counting on that sort of stuff with my kids.
My foot felt freer after the last
That's
one we
awesome.
did. Yeah, it felt.
I'm not feeling as many like it's not really popping.
Yeah, I felt like it just like totally settled back into place. Like my foot feels like it's spread open.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you're putting more force.
Yeah, I feel no pops, no weird stuff.
Settled out.
So you're starting to feel
Yeah.
improvements.
It feels.
It's second ISO.
Yeah.
And you're internally rotating and pressing down?
It's just strict internal rotation there.
Okay.
And those were all kind of running at about a 3.5. That's when I was stopping with the RPE there. Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Sweet.
When you're about ready, we'll check that again.
Okay.
Keep it there. Ready, go. Yeah, that's great.
It was awesome. So then I'd write straight leg 3 times ISO, and then in the little parentheses pre and post.
So should I just keep what we had? Because we basically did that.
Yeah. So then I just oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Dude. Literally. Yeah.
Repeat. We know it works out. It's done twice.
Yep.
Second rep, increase for.
So that's clearly something I need to start doing.
Because whatever it didn't. Just that one time we did it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't
And I haven't done
yeah,
it since
so-
Wednesday.
Yeah.
So yeah. Cool. Okay.
Would you do that with a band or like the door jam
Yeah.
or?
Yeah. We
that's what
could
you're doing.
figure something out. I mean, I could just do this.
Okay.
Or
Right.
I'm not getting that force coupling, but it's something we could set up and easy. You can also just have them do it standing with their foot on the floor and just kind of using the floor as resistance, like friction profile from the floor.
Oh yeah. I see that.
Yeah. Or a wall, for that matter.
So even though that seemed to help, should we still do myoplasty?
Absolutely. Yeah. So here's the thing with an isometric, we're in a pretty stationary position. The thing you'll see probably with me today. Oh, we'll see what happens, but. Under loaded conditions, that tissue operates completely differently than under
So it might start falling apart after
like
hours.
yeah. Like I used to think that same thing. Like if it's an ISO and it went high quality, we're good. But getting to that, so like me here versus me getting there to test are 2 completely different things. The tissue's actually shortening under load versus under almost like 0 load. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That makes
So that's why the modes contractions component is so important.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep.
Okay, so let's myo this
Cool.
when you're ready.
So that's perfect too. Just to like give you guys feedback on what he's doing right now. Starting the mode of contraction with an ISO is perfect because it jump starts the tissue engaging. See how hard it is for me, dude?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm getting like crazy tingles in my leg, like positive, life forcey stuff. But like, I feel like I'm doing calculus here.
Yeah. There's got some shakes. And now I'm not even having to do much toward that. I felt like I was pretty engaged, and then about here, it's like,
yeah, it's like throttled off.
Not too much to do.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh
Back to the
god.
pops. Yeah, that was big.
My back just popped too.
But there's some more force there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Had some more force at the end there for sure.
Maybe we do 5 of these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why 5? Just.
I don't know.
Okay.
They're kind of quick.
Okay.
The ISO was kind of took a little while.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
we're knocking these out in pretty.
I'll usually run 5 to 8 myos. Something like that. I mean, but that's not protocol. I'm just saying that's kind of, I give somebody, if I do 3 and they're like, dead. I'm like, I'm getting smoked right now. Like, do you feel like my force was dropping off on that third one?
Not as bad as I thought.
Let's try again.
So just keep assessing RPE.
Yeah, like I'm smoked.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. So we can do 3, and then
But you didn't give yourself much of a rest period.
No,
right?
I didn't.
So.
Yeah. And with the miles, I'll usually do them a little quick. Yeah, I'll do a few quicker, and then let's go 30 seconds,
So
1 minute rest, and then do another round of 3 miles. Yep.
Okay, so let's see here. So
in the recovery, you would do like 30 seconds.
Yeah, we'll probably
3 sets, and then we're gonna do 3 times.
Yeah, we could just write.
Yeah.
It's funny, like doing this. Yeah, and then I felt like I was about a 4 there, and then about a 1 minute recovery, and then I just go here, just to. Yeah.
I see. So each time we do it will be.
You could. I mean, it just depends. It's actually nice, kind of like showing you guys what to do here, because like I'll probably.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be a little more like on my shit with no taking.
Yeah.
Too, so it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Because ultimately, this is all about like us knowing what we did.
Exactly.
So it makes sense to us then.
Yeah. What's that?
You're gonna do each myo in there for the treatment.
Yeah. Yeah, because then then we can monitor how much recovery.
Yeah. Cool.
I felt way easier, dude.
Yeah. That was nice.
That felt great. I'm down. Let's go again, dude.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No cracks. No garbage. Let's hit it.
I see why you do 5. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I guess that's it.
It's like 5.
Yeah.
Is that 5?
Yep.
So I'll change that to 5 myos.
Yep. And
The second
then
time.
that felt like about a 3.5 at the end, but it was weird. Like that 5th one,
Yeah.
it was like a 5, but there was no fatigue. I just felt like I was like
You couldn't do
it was like
anything.
no. So I guess it was a 5. I could not continue with another rep.
So at first it felt like a 3.5.
Like up to the 4th one, and then the 5th one was like 0.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Dude, go for a
So
second.
the ISO was jump-starting the tissue engagement, and the myo, like I'm,
Then
going to be studying this today.
Yeah,
On
then
section 15.
you're promoting the mechanical component of it, like the actual movement-based component of it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm realizing this is super interesting because I've had 2 treatments basically. I mean, all the treatment I've ever had has been me showing Jeremiah how to do treatment.
Right.
It hasn't even been. I don't even think we've done the span of an ISO to a myo. Maybe I don't even know. So this is really, really important for us to experience this too, because my perception of a client's fatigue could be very different.
Totally. I felt that myself.
I'm like, dude, I just did 3 ISOs and 5 miles and 3 myo, and I'm like whoa.
Yeah, 3 ISOs, 3 miles, and then 5 miles.
Yeah, and my the rest interval, that 1 minute rest is absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad that I do the rest intervals, but now I can feel why it's so important.
Yeah.
Because the motor learning component is massive. Like the rest interval, like bro, the longer we sit here, I'm getting like
Stuff's happening.
sensations in my leg, my left shoulder's tingling a little bit. Like there's like new information going on in my body.
Yeah.
Just us sitting here doing nothing.
Yeah.
So.
Did you guys test quality after the first myos?
No.
Okay. Do you usually do that?
Nah, I mean we're just going right now. I don't think we need to hammer it every single time.
It still could be from the ISO. I mean.
Yeah, it was like
You can't really tell.
I mean, Julie, I agree. There's probably there's a rationale for making sure we're not overloading it, but but also you got to
Yeah,
be
exactly.
cautious with the QMAMC overloading it too. So it's like you get to make a decision, game time decision.
Yeah, I
Well,
thought
yeah, because I just am thinking about the recovery as well, because I
maybe
think that,
between the Mayos and the plyos, we
Yeah, I
adjust
think
that.
yeah. I mean, I think there's rationale for it, and I think that setting up homework, you would want to do the QMAMC pre and post with recovery. But like, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's multiple ways you can skin this cat for sure.
Okay.
I think
So-
now would be
on the fourth one, I'm just trying to read the notes, like your fourth rep there, you were at like a 7, is that right? Is that what that says in there? But you were back down to a 5, like completely smoked at the.
It says so. I said that he was at 3.5 up until the 4th rep, and then on the 5th
Oh,
rep he
it's
was
an
at.
arrow. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I could put
Okay.
it in F. Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
it. Okay. Anyway, so should we do another Mayo, or are you feeling cooked and want to move to plyos?
maybe we QMAMC, see how it's looking there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keep it there. Ready. Go.
That was another one that
That's solid. That's
that felt good.
like a brick.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say we could. Yeah, I mean, this is
I guess it's like how smoked do you feel?
I feel fine.
So we could just do another Mayo.
I'd be down to
Yeah,
run another mile.
do that and then-
yeah, and then we try it, and if I'm at like my second one, I'm like, dude, that thing is
Yeah, I
pretty
can't
fatigued.
go
Then all right, let's
Yeah.
stop.
So do you think that was a longer rest interval?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah, it was
but
pretty smooth, but
yeah, this is the thing, right? Is like try and be as accurate as possible, but like also there's a lot of stuff you're managing too right now. So
So are you okay? Are you feeling?
yeah,
okay?
exactly. I'm
Assess.
fine. I'm good. Yeah, that feels nourishing.
Nice.
Those feel
I'm
good.
actually using I'm using force now. And he's getting it throughout the whole thing. Like I'm still, yeah.
And can we start out here?
Yeah. Ooh. Nice.
And I'll do that with somebody if I'm like, ooh,
This
they're
guy's-
getting it from
okay.
here. I'm like,
Just
listen,
go all the way.
I'll start rolling with them if they go out further. Yeah.
Last one.
Oh, I want one more.
Ooh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
That felt good.
Yeah, that was crazy. What a difference.
Yeah. So yeah, and then you could, if you wanted to, you could QMMC that at the end of that right there.
Okay.
It's a little
Just
trick.
to see what's
Yeah.
at the end.
So what you could do, let's just hit
Yeah.
that because this is
We'll just do one more to kind of.
yeah. I saw Greg do this one time. I was like, oh, you tricky boy. So you roll, and then just say ready, hold, or ready, go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the way you can kind of QMMC it at
Okay.
the end of the test, so that you're not like resetting their system again.
Yeah, so you're seeing where they're at
Yep.
after doing this.
Yep.
They're still high quality.
Yep. Totally. And usually I won't do that. Like you can feel the difference, right? There's like me on that first round of 3 where I was like, on the third one, and then on these last 2 rounds, I'm like yarding and we're good.
I was like, I could have probably done this
Yeah,
the first time, and this
exactly.
time I had to
Yeah.
crank into.
So there would be no rationale to QMAMC that first round.
Yeah.
Because their whole brain is exploding.
Yeah, they're
right?
probably gonna be low
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
So would you always do 2 rounds of treatment on the Mayo?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
It's just where you're at. The
And we did-
assessment,
we
you're
did
good,
3.
You wanna do
Yeah. I usually that's what I usually do. I'll be like, how'd that feel? I'll be like, how'd that feel? They're like, great. I was like, you want to do another round? They'll be like, fuck yeah, give me some more. Let's
Gotcha.
juice
Yeah.
this thing up. Or if they're like, dude, that was a lot. I'm like, all right, let's stop. That's
Like
fine.
I'm cooked here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
taking a while to recover.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
go to the
So
next thing.
yeah, that's the thing is there's no always. It's always like you said, assess, reassess, check in. How's it looking? How's it feeling? I mean, and his hands are gonna tell him whether this. I might be like, I want to do more, and then we
He's like-
start, and
he's
I'm like,
Yeah.
and you're like, we're not doing more.
We're done,
You're
yeah.
you're done with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
But
dead.
he was getting like throughout that whole time, he's still continuing to go up. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
force
okay.
production was going up.
Let's-
It's like
let's
let's
keep
roll.
going.
Okay,
Yeah.
force production.
But let's do the plyo now. So
Okay.
okay, rotate in. Keep it there.
Yep.
Now slow. Oh yeah. That's
Yeah, that feels good. So it's kind of a dance here. And you are pushing, correct?
Yeah. You want to push harder?
We can go. Yeah.
I think we do the first one just to see what what you were kind of doing naturally. Do you want to go all the way up or just kind of go to neutral?
We can go all the way up.
So this is not myo.
This is plyoing.
Yeah.
This is plyo. Okay.
Yeah, I
Do you
feel
want this right after right
that
into the
feels
next thing?
super easy.
Okay. Here we go.
To me, that feels really, really easy.
Okay. Let's crank then.
Meaning you need more,
Yeah.
So you like to just kind of crank it while like coke.
Yeah, I crank them.
You're just like.
Yeah. So, and the thing here, what I catch on to real fast here, rest. Yeah, I'm resting.
Okay.
The thing I catch on to pretty quick here is whether it's a tissue issue or a motion issue. And I think did we talk about this last time? So like that felt so easy to me. If I like me being you right now as the practitioner, I'm like, if that was so easy, it may not be a tissue issue. It may be a motion issue, which would give me. I always do this anyway if I'm looking at myos and plyos, but I would also look at the plyo from external to internal, if it is in fact a motion issue, not a tissue issue. So if
you're gonna be doing this.
Yep. So if it's a tissue issue, that the plyo from external to internal would be easy, because the internal rotator tissue is the problematic tissue. If it's a motion issue, that IR to ER would feel fairly easy, but the ER to IR would be a mess.
Okay, so let's try that.
And this already feels like super messy to me.
I'm cranking pretty hard. Like I'm bearing down on that.
This is my brain.
Oh, your brain is screwed up.
exploding. Yeah, can we go again there, dude?
Yeah. Okay.
You're externally rotating, and he's.
I'm trying to
top
internally.
plane internally rotate while he's resisting externally. Okay.
Oh, the focus.
You like
you're doing
this?
a plyo dance right now?
Yeah. Oh yeah, crackle, crackle, crackle,
whoa,
crackle.
that's going. You might be getting smoked at this point. Ooh, there's some force.
There we go. I'm in. Oh my god, dude.
This is like some crazy shit feeling. I'm just sitting here cranking on your heel.
Oh, freaking frick. Oh man, that feels so good. Alright. Whew. Whoa.
I'm writing right now.
Okay, cool. That was what, five plyos.
Okay.
It's a workout.
Tissue versus
Yeah.
The motion issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
You want me to talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, what I've found and felt is
So there's the tissues that move us into
internal rotation, right? So whatever we want to call it, like rec fem, some of the adductors, like glute medius, like anterior fibers of glute medius, TFL, those guys. And then there's the external rotators, like glute max, some of the deep external rotators, like quad fem, like those guys down there. Those, what's that?
The obturators.
Obturators, yep. So if it's a neuro thing, like a brain to motion component, then that tissue will have a hard time rotating in, decontracting,
So
basically.
like, turning off.
Yeah. Lengthening.
Yeah.
I would call it
Yeah,
lengthening.
yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a neuro issue.
Like let me rephrase that. If it's a brain/motion issue.
Okay.
So when you say that, you're basically talking about the antagonist lengthening.
Yes.
Versus the tissues is the agonist contracting. Or
Let's see.
Shortening.
And it's tough to like, it's tough to even go down the road of talking about agonist versus antagonist because like,
Or I'm just trying to describe what's the difference between you're saying tissue versus emotion.
yeah, so like, cause would like if we were calling that like when we use the word agonist, are we talking about the shortening tissue
Yeah, that's
or or is it the driver of the motion? I'm not sure actually. That's what I'm asking.
I would say the shortening an emotion that tissue that's shortening is the driver of the motion. Right?
Unless it's driving, unless it's applied.
Unless it's a plyo.
Unless it's a plyo issue from the.
That's why I'm. That's why we've kind of like in the MSS. We've gotten away from agonist and antagonist.
Yeah.
We just use the term shortening and lengthening tissue.
Or what?
Right, because in a plyo we're stimulating the shortened tissue.
Could you just say that the agonist is whatever is the main driver, and forget about whether it's shortening or.
Sure. Yeah. So then our agonist of the plyo is the external rotator tissue.
The agonist of the plyo.
Into internal rotation is the external rotator tissue.
Because that's what's driving.
Internal rotation. It's the internal rotator tissue isn't actually contracting.
I see. You're just slowly.
It's probably doing some contraction-y stuff, but the thing that's being stressed or stimulated is the external rotator tissue in a lengthening phase of the motion.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So
here you're doing this because we're not necessarily carrying out the internal rotator muscles. We were talking about just the motion of going internal rotation.
Right.
You want to say, okay, maybe it's actually.
yes, and in this situation, like, so what I usually do is I'll go like, okay, first and foremost, let's get internal rotation going. Whatever it is, if it's tissue, if it's motion, who cares? Then we do the myo, and I'm like, oh, they suck at myo. Okay, that's a motion and a tissue issue. Right. Then I go, okay, can they myo into internal rotation, and how is it for them to plyo out? And if they're like, yeah, that was super easy, I'm like, okay, well, let me explore the
reverse thing,
lengthening side of the internal rotator tissue. And if they're like, or it's really challenging, then I'll be like, oh, okay, this looks more like a motion issue versus just an internal rotation tissue issue.
Okay, so it'd be kind of interesting to do is next time we test and you're low quality, again, like we right here, thing. Then just instead of trying to do the start with the plyo and see if that gets you high quality.
We could.
Because now we don't know if that's going to get you high quality because you might be high quality.
I think where my mind goes with this is it's like shoring up all the possible breakdowns.
Okay. I see.
Because the bottom line is it's an internal rotation issue.
Right.
And then
can I shore something up really quick? I think you said it, but I just want to shore it up in my head.
Okay.
We're talking about if it's an internal rotation issue. Okay, so it's tissue. It could either be the myo or the plyo.
Or both.
Or both. And if it's a motion, you're gonna maybe link the motion issue with the plyo into that position.
Yes, but it can be. Okay, so this is like the way I flowchart this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Internal rotation, low quality.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it can be internal rotation and internal rotation myo, challenging, and internal rotation myo to plyo, external. So internally rotating myo, isoing, and then plyoing back out. That could be a challenge, which means that would be more of a tissue issue.
Yep.
Then there's internal rotation, low quality. Internal rotation, myo, challenging. Internal rotation, myo to plyo into external rotation, easy. External rotation to internal rotation, challenging. Motion issue.
Yep.
Julie?
Yeah, I had to get up and do something, of course, right at that moment. Happens. But it's recorded, right?
Yeah, I can say it again.
I get the.
Well, I just explained it very specifically.
With like a flow chart.
So, flow chart.
There yet.
Internal rotation issue.
Yes.
Low quality. Yeah?
So we found this
just-
low quality. Okay.
Okay.
We're going with this.
Now, internal rotation myo, challenging. Okay?
Yep.
Internal rotation myo to plyo external rotation,
Yeah.
challenging. Tissue issue.
Yep.
Internal, okay, so that's break one, okay?
Myo challenge, myo to plyo challenge. This is tissue.
And specifically myo internal to external plyo.
Do you need this, Jess?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay. Option number 2. Internal rotation issue, low quality. Okay?
Yep.
Myo challenge. Okay?
Okay.
Myo internal to plyo external. So myo in iso, plyo external. Easy. Okay?
Yep.
Plyo from external to internal. Challenge. Motion issue.
Yep.
Now, there's one other kind of caveat or other option that could happen, and I'll do this if I'm not seeing that the myo is coming back. So for example, I'll go internal rotation issue iso, and then we go, they are having so much trouble myoing into internal rotation and it's not getting better. I will then look at the plyo from external to internal immediately after that if I'm not seeing results with the internal rotation myo. And then I'll recheck to see if the myo gets better. And a lot of times it does, which is also a motion issue, but it wasn't a myo issue. It was only a plyo issue. Does that make sense?
It did for a minute.
So,
and then-
okay, go ahead.
No.
Well, so I was going to ask you, that's where I was going to next, is that the myo is good, but the plyo is not good. Is that what you're saying right now?
Well, so we have that
So myo bad,
Yep.
myo and plyo hard tissue issue. Myo hard, myo to plyo not an easy motion issue.
Yes.
Okay.
Then there's option 3, which is myo hard
Myo hard again.
and not getting better.
Not
No change.
no change. Okay. No change.
I just do a change sign. I don't know what people do, but I just do like a C with a dash through it. Julie said there's a delta. I need to get.
delta,
I need to get.
a triangle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's probably. I should probably be more scientific than
I
that.
like your way.
Yeah. It works for my brain.
Yeah.
Ew.
The C.
Yeah, and then plyo, hard but improves,
Okay. Hard.
but change.
Okay, check. I like that.
Yeah.
Hard. Change.
And then recheck myo. So you can just draw an arrow back up to myo if you wanted to.
Okay, let's go. Check myo.
Yep. And then it improved without having to do anything.
Improve.
Then it's a iso internal rotation and plyo external to internal rotation with no myo issue.
Okay.
If the plyo improved it.
Okay. And then, so what if the myo's not bad, but the plyo? Then that would just be it.
Yeah, same. That would be another.
Okay.
That would be another thing. Now I just set that up. I think that I honestly kind of do think this is more of a tissue issue. I just wanted to set up a scenario where we could talk about that.
Gotcha.
Because like this doesn't feel as good after doing all those plyos, which is kind of interesting.
So okay, so we want to skip over that.
Yeah, but I wanted to bring that up just for like the sake of.
Julie, can you write that down on our thing? Or if you're still on the thing that didn't really seem to make his body feel good. It wasn't actually.
Yeah.
So we did those 5 plyos, and then I can just say like negative.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
I mean, it was still high quality. Well, I guess we didn't check whether it was quality.
Yeah.
After that, so.
Yeah. You can check it now.
Yeah.
After those.
It was pretty easy. It wasn't crazy or anything.
Keep it there. Ready, go. Yeah.
Feels pretty good still.
Yeah.
So we do like one more round of myos internally.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because that's hard again.
Yeah.
We take requests. Give me more.
More.
Yeah, there's something about that feels good.
Doing the bio.
The myo.
You guys gonna do 5 of those? About.
Yeah, something.
We'll see how far it goes. Yeah, should we go all the way out?
Yeah, it's feeling good to get that full.
All right, cool. I'm gonna note that.
There we go. There we go. You want some more of these?
Yeah, that's good.
Tell me when you're
Yeah, that's
done.
good.
I'm gonna keep going until you're ready.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Yeah, whatever that does.
Yeah, and by like the third or something, you're like you're cooking.
Yeah.
The first 2 are like the warm up. You're getting the poppiness, and then it kind of dissipates after the third.
So the purpose for determining whether it's a tissue or emotion issue is the treatment is determining the issue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm really kind of cautious about calling any of this treatment.
Okay.
I mean, we do, but like I'm really
Modality?
I mean the stimulus.
The stimulus.
I think that's a better way to explain what we're doing. I mean, we're educating the body. We could call it treatment, but you could also argue that exercise out there on the floor is treatment too.
Absolutely.
So I think from a blanket statement conversation, this is all stimulus. So learning about how their body responds to stimulus is the thing that gives us insight into what the body is requesting from a stimulus standpoint. So like just from like my physical experience here with this and like the way we interacted on these treatments or stimulus, whatever we want to call it, it feels to me that I don't have a plyo issue, or I don't have a plyo issue into external, and I don't really have a plyo issue. Like, I feel like that 1, I was like, okay, and then 2, and then I was like, this is really easy again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I was.
Yeah, you were yarding on me, dude. Yeah, so I think that anything going external to me is really probably something I want to avoid with my hip. Because as soon as we did those, I started feeling this like kind of bindy shit again. But like as soon as we myoed that in, like I feel like my foot's flat again, and or like neutral again. Whereas I know historically it wants to be out here all the time. So like to have this feeling of being more, that feels good. And what this does is stimulates the tissue that does this. Right. Which is something we might want to avoid in my situation.
Gotcha.
And so I'm just rationalizing that.
I like that.
Right. And I'm getting all this like life forcey stuff again. Whereas when we did the plyo, it was like bindy and shitty again. So
cool. I got that.
So good things to kind of think about when you're working with somebody.
Yeah, it's like, does this make it worse? You may be quality. But it's making your system feel worse.
Yeah. So let's not do that. Yeah. Let's give them the positive stimulus, the nurturing stimulus.
Yeah. You're talking about you don't want to plyo into ER, but then what about plyoing into IR?
That's what I'm saying. We did that plyo into IR, and I felt shitty afterwards.
Okay.
Well, if we did the plyo out of IR, you didn't feel shitty. You just felt easy.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what's really the point?
Yeah. Exactly. I was like, all right, what are we doing here?
Yeah, this is a waste of my time.
That makes me feel like because you were myoing into internal rotation, plyoing out of internal rotation, that is a tissue thing.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree.
So
okay.
tissue, you're saying there's scar tissue?
No, just like a contractor, like it's the internal rotator tissue that's
his brain is having a hard time.
Yeah. Because like, and it's specifically and so in this situation, we're really talking about only an internal rotator issue.
We're not talking about it.
Yeah, I think what I'm getting at here, what I'm trying to say is, don't overlook the potential for it being a movement into Don't satisfy us on just stimulating the internal rotator tissue.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, oh, it's an internal rotation issue, make sure you check the external to internal also.
Because that's positional and that's more proprioception, brain.
That's and I mean this whole, I think I don't know if I'm going down the wrong rabbit hole of like tissue versus motion, but I'm just trying to bring to light that it could be
all the things that are going to move this.
Yes, exactly.
We're checking all of it to make sure that
it
we're
all
focusing on the right thing.
Yes,
and not ignoring something that it could also
exactly 100%. And whatever we want to call it, tissue issue, motion issue. Just make sure that you're
checking all the things that could be involved.
Yes,
with this thing.
exactly, 100%.
Cool.
Yep.
So at the point you started feeling poorly,
Yep.
things were changing. We stopped.
Yep.
Because we're getting feedback.
Like
Yep.
wrong stuff to focus on.
And that's something you don't want to. Okay.
Yeah.
Go down.
We
It
don't.
would be like stuff with my neck when we were doing.
Yeah.
Trying to
I was like, let's not do. You're getting
Right.
nervy, shooty stuff. No, let's go somewhere else.
Okay.
Like the motion, it could be like the motion being hard is okay, but when pain and other weird stuff starts happening, that's
Not good.
Back out.
Avoid.
Yeah.
Abort.
They could struggle
Your
to
brain
do it, but
is like, hey, I'm okay going here. I don't know if I'm thinking about this wrong, but your brain is like, I can do this. I want to do this. This is okay. My tissue, I just need the right stimulation.
Right. So in this situation, my brain is like, that's hard. It's okay that I can do this. I want to do this. Give me more of that. I want that. I want that stimulus. Versus this is like, this plyo was like, I can do that. It was hard at first. It's pretty easy. And it hurts. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Don't give me more of that. Let's go back to this thing.
Yeah. Cool. So we've done the myos, we've done the plyos, we've done the
Yep.
isos. Maybe we'll check quality to see if after this little
Love
period that
Yep.
things change. Keep it there, ready, go. Solid.
That feels great.
We get you homework
Yep. And then you're on your way.
on my next.
Yep. So then
Beautiful.
the next.
Oh, so now configuration.
That's right. So then the next, we'll just pretend that was a session.
Okay, so we went in that same session.
You could.
Okay.
You could. It just depends on where they're at. Like
Should we just check to see
that's
how
what I would do
prone
first.
and then-
That's what I would, and you could check the extension here
okay.
too.
Yep. Okay, keep that there. I can already feel the spine. Get ready, go.
Nope.
No.
There you go.
Okay. So you just have to seem like you're pressing down your
I felt like I was gonna have it too.
Okay, keep this here. Ready, go.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay, so that didn't clear up the other stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So now we have to work into the configurations as well.
This is great.
Okay.
So
Then we need to like treat you in configurations.
what's that?
Then we need to do some like treatment and configurations.
Yeah. Exactly.
So now we could go to like here and say that these things did not improve.
Yep.
So let's see here. So prone this treatment 1 through, I guess we could just call it 1 through 7.
You just I usually just like when I check the new stuff, I'll just write 7. So like I'll just but yeah. So
like a new sheet.
or you could even like write. So let's see. So what
this
did
one was,
change?
This
Supine straight leg IR. So I would write 7 there on that little pink. So and then dash that range of motion and quality out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other ones didn't change. So
But how do you know that we check those? Just have to remember.
yeah, I mean you could write like check. I would write like at 8. You could write like check Samps. You just check sign, check Samps. Yeah, I would just use that as a line entry. I would just write big check Samps.
Can you guys go back up to the ones for just 1 second? Because I'm seeing you in real time right now. And when you're in the mode of contraction, we have that Q and then the delta, degrees to degrees.
Are you talking about for the mode of contraction, like whether it
Yeah,
was.
I'm just wondering what that is for. Is that if you saw like a drastic change in like
No.
range?
You're talking about the cues pre and post? Is that what you're talking about, Julie?
It's just like right next to the systematicity thing. It's like
Yeah. So that's degree change from So Julie, that the Q is like if I was stimming up QMAMCs from neutral, so like neutral straight leg to 135.
Okay.
Well, I'm just giving you a number. And if I did like 5 QMAMCs progressively from neutral to 135, I would write 5 times, and then you could write neutral leg position to 135, and I know that I'm doing a QMAMC progressively from, so like I'll just use abduction for example. Neutral arm, like let's just say I started at, we'll do hip. So like let's just say this is neutral, let's call that 20 degrees.
Okay.
So QMAMC.
Ready, go.
And then I bring them out.
Okay.
Ready, go.
Good, bring them out.
Ready, go.
Good, bring them out.
Ready, go.
Good, bring them out.
Ready, go.
So that's like 5 from.
Thank you.
That's 5 QMAMCs from 20 to what is that? 40, like 30, 40-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I know that I did 5 QMAMCs in that plane to stimulate that tissue moving through the plane.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
So that's kind of like, another, besides you got the myo, the ply, the iso, and then this kind of like moving it through. Yep. We're not going through it.
Just check. Yep.
So you kind of get this little movement through. Yep. It's not like
it's a micro stimulus. I was talking to Jeremiah about this the other day. It's like if you see the old movies with like the picture movies, right, like the person you're giving them the frames of the picture to clean up their idea of what that motion should feel like. And I'll see that a lot if somebody's like having so much trouble with the plyo. If we do this with an arm real quick here. So like for example, let's plyo from ABD to ADD. Yeah. So if they're like
from ABD down to ABD.
ABD to ADD.
Oh, plyo.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So if they're like, and you're like, just keep going, and they're like, I don't know. Then I'll be like, okay, QMAMC. Yeah. Yeah. We'll just hit them.
Ready, go. Ready, go.
Okay.
Ready, go. Ready, go. Ready, go.
So and then I bring them straight back out and I go plyo. Go. A little outside traction.
And then they can do it.
Yeah, you gotta keep, so this is the tricky thing, you gotta keep rolling with them. So like, as you go, you have to start changing your angle.
Gotcha.
Try that again. Yeah, and change your angle, keep changing it, there you go. You feel that difference?
Yeah. Nice.
And so then they're like, oh, okay, that's how you do it. I'm like, yep, there you go. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Yep.
Cool. So back to this thing.
Yep.
We could do a whole series with doing the extension, holding extension.
Yeah, and I would probably.
We can do the prone, and we can see, does the extension clear up the other two things?
Yep.
And then we would kind of just focus on that.
Yep. Since we're here, that's probably what I would do personally, just to clear up the supine stuff first.
Yeah. So let's go. We'll just do an ISO. So internally rotate. Or would you think you should do extension?
So I in this situation, I would probably, because the internal rotation was already hard though.
Yeah.
Like we've been dealing with this.
So go from the easy thing.
I would systematicity this. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So push down. Yep. Internally rotate. Yeah, that's hard.
Yes.
I'm not even doing anything. Low battery on that thing.
Yeah.
Is there a plug somewhere?
This plug? Reach. So we could just throw Julie up on the desk there.
Throw Julie up on the desk.
Yeah, if you just move that over there.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on the desk now.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yep.
I'll just.
This is crazy.
Hold on, I'll type while we do this.
Yeah. Oh
wow. Yeah, the hip external extension felt pretty solid, but then I wasn't even really pushing much.
Yeah.
I already. But
yeah.
We'll see how the next.
Yeah.
Can you see? Or is it coming?
Not quite. There we go.
Oh, we were doing the ISO, so yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned No, I mean, that's already feeling better.
Yeah.
Little force coupling.
Yeah, that's probably how I do it.
Yeah. Ah,
There it is.
there it is.
Cool.
There it is. That's nice. That's nice.
It's exhausting.
Yeah. I can like feel your brain like working.
Like trying to figure it out.
Where is that little-
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Wait.
Whoa.
That was like a light switch turn.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was. Oh, my
Are
whole
you
body's
still just
sweating.
doing?
Hands are clammy. Bro, feel that. It's so crazy.
Oh yeah.
Was that another round of systematicity?
Holy shit.
We just we're just doing ISOs.
Oh, did you do it?
Yes,
systematicity?
we are doing systematicity extension to rotation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sure.
extension plus rotation.
Okay.
Here's,
One more?
yeah.
So it's extension ISO with a internal rotation ISO pretty much. And then we're getting a little myo action, I think, just
Because he's like
because I'm getting in
he's
it.
getting like chunks where it's like he steps up like 10% or something, you know.
That.
That.
Wow. So audible pause.
That's so crazy, dude.
Okay, give that a break and then we'll
Yeah, yeah,
test.
yeah.
I started writing. I wrote it in line 9. Extension, ISO, plus IR, circled systematicity, and then I'm waiting to see how many reps we do.
Cool.
Okay.
Is that over there?
That was
Let's see.
so you just put like because we did 3.
Yeah, and then what I would do, so below that, you see where that plus sign is?
Yeah.
I would write extension plus IR.
Oh, so you know what you're doing first.
Exactly. And then I would write that that systematicity. I would draw an arrow to the ISO because it was more of
More of
a
an ISO.
it was more of an ISO.
Yeah, we like you just kind of activate the extension first.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
You know, so it's, versus a full system, you'd be like you hang out in that extra rotation for
Extension.
extension for a bit and then go.
Yeah.
When you're in that like line 9 over there in the exercise portion of it, would you write that same thing that I wrote, like, or how would you
Extension.
designate that?
I see.
in
So
that?
that's what you were.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So we know he's doing extension, going into ISO, going into IR. Okay, should we just test this?
Check
maybe?
it. Yeah.
Okay, ready, go. Ah,
That feels good, man.
nice.
Whoa.
Just out of curiosity, should we try the prone and see if that changed?
Yeah.
Before we do anything else?
Yeah.
Keep it there. Ready, go. No. Okay, so that's.
Cool. So we can just go.
Should we try it? Since you're here, just try some
What about straight legs?
ISOs here.
What about straight leg?
Ooh, from a
Yeah.
prone. Let's see, what am I doing?
Is that even possible?
Oh yeah.
I'm going. Keep pushing you out of it.
Yep.
Okay, ready, go. Ready, go. And. Yeah.
That's just tripping me out.
Ready, go. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Because I thought we were talking about, well, at least when you were supine last time, that it was like your knee wasn't involved. It was more of a hip extension thing.
Where am I right now?
Hip extension.
Yeah, where was I on my back?
Hip extension.
Yeah, where am I right here?
Hip extension.
Yep.
Knee flip.
Yeah.
So this is what I asked this in this beginning at 2 because I was like, oh, but it was the only thing we saw with quality was seated. So
And hip flexed.
So we know it's not a seated thing.
It was high quality in hip flexion and seated hip flexion.
Yeah.
And if you turn over and you're supine and your knee is flexed, your hip is also flexed.
Correct.
And your high quality
Correct.
there.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So it doesn't make a knee flex.
So this is configurational, right?
Yeah.
This is just.
He doesn't got it in any configuration.
Yep.
Other configurations are not helping.
Yep.
Which
So-
is crazy that this isn't, because all this is the difference between this one and you being is just where gravity's.
Exactly.
Like that's
It's
crazy.
nuts, dude. This is what I'm saying. Like it took me a year and a half to in my brain understand what Greg was saying, which is why I'm exposing this shit to you guys like now, so you don't have to clink around, dink and dunk around with it. Cause like I was like, no fucking way.
Right.
Like, cause MAT was so tissue driven.
Right.
If we fix the internal rotation,
So it should be good.
it should be good everywhere. And then I'm like, wait,
It's
you
not.
mean when gravity's pushing on their head from the back, their brain is going, I don't remember anything we just did supine.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be
It's
interesting,
nuts.
like, let's just for like shoring things
Yeah.
up to make sure it's not breaking down.
Ready, go. Yeah.
Okay, like,
Yeah.
it's
Can
nuts.
you do that since you're on your tummy or on your back? Can you see what it looks like when you're 90?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm pulling you out of it.
You're pushing me into, yeah.
Ready, go. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a brick.
So when you're prone and your knee is bent, you're still in hip extension, but
No,
maybe
no,
more
he's hip
extension
flexion.
than you
He's
would.
hip flexion.
Yeah, supine, I'm in hip flexion, prone, I'm hip extension.
Right. That's yeah. Okay. Cool.
Do you think you're more okay? So if you go straight leg now, when you're prone, are you in more hip extension than you are now?
Maybe a smidge.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
So I would be curious as if we flip over on your back, tummy again, we do one of those, either do some isos here or this. Does that clear up the other one?
Yeah,
Both in
let's
row.
check it.
So.
Yeah, I mean, Julie, I could we could bolster me and check it.
Oh.
Grab
So we can bolster.
grab that bolster real quick. Let's see what happens when we get me out
The
of
other
it.
question is, does it? Oh, I see. Try more little flexion.
All right, now try it.
Okay.
I
Ready,
see.
go. Solid.
Yeah. So me getting out of teeny bit of hip extension completely changes this whole equation.
Yep.
Just a teeny bit out, like that. It's not much. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to get rid of this thing now. So I'm curious about. Yeah. You don't want me to eat
That was great.
That is awesome.
So that's the tricky. That's the tricky
Oh.
part, right? But like hip extension's high quality, right?
Ready. Oh yeah, because we did that in the song.
Yeah.
In the song.
I just want to check it again. if that's
Ready.
cool.
Go. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's nuts, right? So it's.
What if you went more hip extension and then we tried out of this?
I have nothing.
Ready. Go. Yeah, like that's we definitely know that really
Sorry, I
hard
have
for
to
them.
laugh at you.
It's fine.
So let's try out an ISO.
Okay.
Do you want to try it here or do you want to try it at the bend leg?
Let's do bench.
Yeah. No, what else?
Oh my god.
So let's see here.
So
You're
all
trying-
you need to do is be a
Yeah.
wall
Yeah.
for my foot.
Okay. Ready? Go.
Let's see. Are we testing or are we?
Oh, we're just ISOing.
Okay. So where's your hand? So you're on the wrong side there.
Cause you're
So
trying.
that would be E.
Oh
R.
yeah, right here.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Alright, let's see how.
And the table's pretty secure on me, dude.
So I can just go like.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
usually what I do. Unless I
nice.
see them like doing this or like
Right.
this.
Right.
But I think I can probably manage it pretty good.
Yeah. Let's try it.
But that's all I got.
Whoa. Okay, we'll see if this changes.
There,
Just
it's
like-
coming. I can
like-
feel it coming, dude. Like,
Oh,
there's a
oh,
pop.
yeah.
Fuck. Dude, that is so fucking
Yeah,
weird.
look. You want to come check out his like crazy poppiness over here?
Okay,
It's just like
see if it stays.
this is what I'm feeling.
Just you gotta feel that.
It's twitching.
You want to feel it?
Found something.
He's had this like a lot for like. Best.
Was that?
Armrest.
Yeah, I did, dude. It was like a 0. I didn't even
I know that.
to
I mean,
do
we were like, I was
Yeah.
like, I could have gotten pinky there.
Yeah, I'm ready to go again, dude.
Skateboard accident.
This is the other foot.
This is the other foot, okay.
I almost feel like I could like blow air and keep his foot down.
Yeah.
That's how.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Like you're
Julie, it was twitching, like you could see
you really have like
everything.
going on here.
Yeah, I think we should
I
probably
don't know.
go.
That doesn't seem like it's
Yeah,
improving.
check knee flexion just to be sure. This is okay.
Keep it there. Ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's solid.
We should just start knee extension, I think, because
So try it with this. Yeah.
yeah, that we're not. That door has 7 deadbolts on it.
So we're going this way.
Yeah.
So you want us. So I need to be keeping you
So it's the other way there.
right there.
So you want to be other direction. There you go. Yeah. That felt good. Whatever you were doing, man.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you got nothing there too.
But it feels good.
We're trying it now. Not the bent knee because we decided that
Okay.
it didn't seem to really improve with the second rep.
Yeah,
This is starting to feel like there's maybe something. So
it is.
this might be the thing to go. Okay, so when you don't feel any improvement, you're like, let's try something else.
I'm out. Yeah, 2 or 3 and I'm out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's deloading my spine again. That feels good.
And that felt, I could feel like stuff was kicking off. What else you got going on today, Jazz? You like hobbling?
I have that budget meeting at 11 o'clock.
Okay, so you can kind of just like
I'll be
chill,
fine.
chill.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
No work or.
No.
Whenever you're
When
ready.
you guys were doing the bent leg version, was that just a straight up ISO?
That was just a straight ISO.
If you could call it that.
Yeah, if you could call it that.
ISO shake?
Even this is not. It's getting a little bit better now. Oh, there we go. Oh, there it is. Oh. More of that. Yeah. Whew.
Dude, I can feel like this. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm waiting for it, dude. I'm waiting for it to like clunk
Mm.
and be different.
Mm.
Like it feels like there's like pressure building and it feels really
You're
good,
about ready to have a.
but it's not quite there
not
yet.
Is that Luna?
There it is.
No.
I don't know the names.
Do you think this has any influence of like the hand placement at your ankle with any of this treatment? I'm sorry to ask you that question while you're figuring this
Ooh,
thing
yeah.
out, but
We could try different hand
You
placements.
mean like if I had here?
Yeah, we could try that.
How would this interesting?
Yeah,
it's
you
like
would just do-
force cup like
Yeah. Ooh.
that. Ooh. All of our sounds were like, yeah, there it is. Yeah, I almost want to get here. Alright, keep that. There you go. Ooh.
That's starting to feel better. Yeah, what I'll typically do prone is I'll get on the malleolus, both malleoluses.
Right here.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I like being here better than up there.
Yeah.
I feel like I got more leverage and
Yeah.
I feel like I can couple you better.
Yeah. You just gotta, there's the foot influence component that you gotta be aware of.
Yeah.
Workout.
Yeah.
It's not even a body workout, it's my brain is exploding.
You can probably
Is there a better way to do this?
Oh, it's that up, sitting up.
Well, I'm just, it's
it's not in the
over
right
90,
angle.
it's
Gotcha.
better.
Well, you can pull that, Chris, if you flip that over, the computer over, like flip it on its head, put it on its head, keep flipping it. There you go.
But then you're saying that it's not.
It should zoom in if you
It is,
just,
I've noticed.
there you
Oh,
go.
there you
So the camera's, okay.
go. Crazy. You want another one of those jobs before you test?
Yeah, let's hit one more of those. I need to go lighter, I think. Yeah, I need to go way lighter.
So not push as hard.
Yeah, like that. That's all I got, really.
That's all focus. I'm all on Eli right now, but that's okay. I know what you guys are doing. Hi, Eli.
Hey. So you're saying you want to go lighter just because?
Yeah, I think I was going way too hard. Look, I was overriding whatever hip rotator tissue I should have been using there.
So your IR ISO?
Trying.
Yeah. So that's interesting. This prone has been a weird one. Okay, we'll check after a little bit.
Is he doing the whole family?
Yeah.
So you're recovering. Did the placement change this time?
I was going too hard in all configuration. It was my fault.
Okay, but we had talked about whether or not like placement at your ankle was like sending anything, and then did you move or just kind of focus?
Yeah, I mean, I think a force coupling at the ankle is the ticket. I'll hop up and show you what I'm talking about, Eli, when we do this.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Um,
You want to test?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep it there. Ready, go.
It's cooked. Yeah.
So do you feel cooked, or do you feel like it just didn't do what you?
It just didn't do what we wanted it to do.
I'm keeping you here. Ready, go.
Yeah, it's cooked. Okay. Can we check hip extension too, just to see if everything is cooked?
Ready, go.
No.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
So there that is. Right, so we ran into a wall,
ISO didn't.
which is cool. That's fine. That's just information, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind now, I'm thinking two things. Like one, okay, is there a knee extension issue in this position? Also,
So you test that.
yeah. I mean,
So this point, let's just say this was a session. I'd be
yeah,
like,
we're
okay,
done. I would be like, we're done.
We're done with that.
Yeah.
You're gonna go do the supine
yeah.
stuff at home.
Yeah, and don't do anything
Prone,
prone.
or just-
I'm not liking that. And then what I would probably do, I don't think it's going to be an issue. We can check it real quick. You can just check knee extension here.
So I'm gonna keep this down.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull you up.
Yeah.
Okay, ready, go. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I felt good. And so now I'm going, okay, there's something wrong with extension of the system.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not a hip extension issue. We're not getting this here. Go home, do your thing. If they come back and this is still trash, I'm going back to the reported findings. If my goal is to exhaust all configurations and bring this up to a high quality state,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably start looking upstream with this. Or in the foot. Yeah.
Would you still give them the supine stuff? To work on?
100%. Yeah, because I was like, oh, this is amazing. I love this.
Right.
What?
But what about knee extension in with like IR to IR?
Okay, so ready, go.
You're saying check it
Well,
out?
I gotta go push
Or
you
knee
out.
flexion? No,
Yep.
knee extension.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of some internal rotators.
Yeah, I like it. We
Ready?
could just check,
Yeah.
well, so we can check knee flexion first.
So
Yeah.
get ready, go.
So that's good. We could check tib IR.
Yeah, that's what I.
Oh yeah, ready, go.
So that's ER. Just the tib.
Oh,
So you would force couple the foot. Yep.
I'm pulling out.
Yep.
Ready, go. That's solid.
It feels pretty good.
What about this and it going to extension? So let's see. Oh, I guess I keep you here and I try to pull you out of that. Yeah, let's do that. So internally rotate, ready, go. That's solid.
Feels fine too.
So yeah, that seems like the knee doesn't seem to be a problem.
Yeah, I'd say knee is not the
Yeah.
issue here.
Yeah.
So
So,
then, fine.
what's that?
Pelvis?
Yep, pelvis, low back or foot.
Hmm.
And then I'd go to upper back.
Well, I'm also wondering when I was just doing this whole IR thing, the influence on the pelvis and also my rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Are you where are you flared? On your, are you kind of more flared on your right side?
Yeah.
So Jazz, if we're looking at where this is we're looking upstream somewhere else in the body, we go to your chart and see where on the right
That's what I
side.
would do. That's exactly
So
what I would do.
your shoulder on your right side had a lot of range of motion problems. So what I
Left
think,
side.
oh, that's left side. Right.
Yep.
So right side hip. So now I'd want to go check out. Oh wait, that's what we just did.
Yeah. So
Maybe we could check ankle or cervical.
we could check ankle,
Left
cervical,
flexion.
or there's look at all the spinal
Lumbar
stuff.
flexion.
That's what
So
I'm
that's
saying.
where you go.
That's a lot of spine. That's right rotation, right lateral flexion. I don't know what that is, but that's something there.
This green thing.
Yeah, that all looks.
That's just
So that's right rotation, right lateral flexion, right hip hike.
yeah.
There's a ton of right stuff going on
So
there.
that'd be probably good.
That's probably where I'd go next.
Makes sense.
I don't know if it
It's
looks
the
like
one-
I didn't have
So you
a
kind of go
PD.
like the closest thing.
Yeah,
Kind of. Okay.
exactly. And since we've kind of exhausted knee and we've kind of
Yeah.
exhausted foot too.
Eli,
Main and
right
Murray
is fine
call.
with the,
Yeah,
with the
I
dot. Does
turned
that
it off
mean
there.
seated?
The dot just
Seated
means
right
that
trunk rotation.
it was just right rotation, seated. Yeah, because we don't test it.
Okay, I like how you
The dot is just that it was a 1 or a star, so it's really
Okay.
it was a really
so
like
just seated right trunk rotation.
yeah, like because we don't do we don't do trunk rotation supine. So it
And
has to be
is the
seated.
tinier arrow is that prone?
The blue one,
No, the green one
which
up at the top. Can I circle it real quick?
Yeah.
Like
Let me see.
yeah,
Let me see.
I think I don't.
Which was she talking about?
I didn't
this
see.
one.
She's talking this one.
Can you see that? That just highlighted?
It takes a while to buffer.
Okay.
Julie, is it a green or a blue one?
It's green. It's a thinner arrow.
That's
all the
my
way up.
that's my line showing trunk rotation compared to whoever did this report of findings line or your I think it's
Yeah.
yours.
So it's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Same motion. Right trunk rotation.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my line versus the line.
That's your line.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
That's very confusing.
since this is like the first one I did since then, I actually
Yeah.
my line's more
It's
like
most
this now.
thinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I still need to do this based on your guys' emotion assessment, so that's good.
Yeah. So,
um,
dude, one thing I would probably just check real quick is like kind of a weird force coupling test here with trunk rotation.
mhm.
Like I would just basically put my hands on my shoulders, or put your hands on my shoulders and try and spin me out of rotation. So like one hand under, one hand
And
over,
you just did this
and
thing.
see if I can ISO it. Yeah.
You want me to try to QAMC it first? Or
Yeah.
Okay. So keep this here. Ready, go. Oh, pretty good. You want to try that other
Yeah.
side? Ready, go. Oh.
Jeez.
Try that again.
Let me go on to the
Yep.
sides to see. Okay.
Yeah. Nothing.
Keep it there. Ready, go. Yeah. Feel like a
Yeah.
dead body.
Yeah.
Okay, so we might try to
you
ISO.
seated too, or no?
What? Wait, what did you? I didn't hear you, Julie. Sorry.
Seated. I was just thinking about you seated with your right rotation and.
Yeah, but we remember we. Yeah, I mean, we could. The journey we're on right here is the issue with
Yeah,
extension.
we don't really care.
But let's go for it.
So,
I mean, just for
rotate, right?
sorry. Yep.
Keep it there. Ready, go.
Put your hip flexed.
That's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah,
that
okay.
there's
Keep it there. Ready, go.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't
Yeah.
probably even bother, but
I mean, at this point, just because I'm really sold that it's an extension issue,
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna. What's that?
No, I'm good. Sorry.
so you want to try some ISO here.
Let's try it, man. We got a couple minutes left.
Yeah.
Let's just see if this is a move we want to make here.
And so then we'll do this, and then we'll see if that changes
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. And the only reason I'm picking rotation versus frontal is because what we're trying to address right here is a transverse issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's my rationale here. Because we
Right.
could have looked at this
That makes sense.
also, but
Yeah.
if it was an abduction-y thing, I'd
Then-
probably
then you
go,
check that.
you got
Okay,
it,
cool.
yep.
Okay, keep that
Does that
there.
make sense, Chris?
I'm not sure why.
Okay, fair enough.
Ready, go.
Oh, wait, we QMAMCing or ISO?
Oh, I just thought we'd ISO.
Okay, so the ISO is just like,
Yeah, you're just not
start
done yet.
whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Oh, there's the pops
Are you going?
on the ankle, I'm trying.
Okay. Sorry. So, what we were talking about was that we've been looking at this,
Internal,
Internal,
external,
which is a
transverse.
transverse motion.
Gotcha.
So we could have, we saw a range of motion problem, basically a frontal, and we also saw this transverse. So we're like, let's go transverse and keep going transverse.
Cause it's
The dots connected.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Got
Yeah,
it.
right. If it's a leg going out to the side thing, which is in the frontal plane,
We would have checked that, but
Check.
this was high quality, so we're like, nah.
and we could have checked all the spinal stuff.
We're choosing the most important stuff first, maybe. Whoa.
It would be interesting to check to see if this transverse did change that. I mean, we
Yeah.
can check. We can check frontal if we want here. So you're just trying. I would get under the shoulder and into the ribs. Yeah.
Okay, keep couple here. Or just
Yeah, you can just check it.
Okay, ready, go.
That's all good.
Oh, they're good.
And then this was the range of motion issue side.
There you go.
Are you doing lateral flexion right now?
Yep.
Ready, go. Yes.
That feels pretty good too. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't know if it would have been high quality before that
Right,
one
before all that.
stem.
Yeah.
I can
Okay.
roll it out. Okay.
Ready for this again?
Yep.
Go ahead. You're ready. How's this feeling?
This is crazy. My foot is popping all over the place.
It's moving.
Right shoulder into table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's trying to push the shoulder up now.
There it is.
Yeah, you're getting some more on the left shoulder.
Look at that breathing right now.
He's working.
So you're doing what were you just doing? Were you just doing a treatment?
Yeah.
ISO,
Trunk rotation.
trunk rotation. He's trying to drive his right shoulder down, his left shoulder up. So
And we could have tried this in supine,
But
which
that's
would have
left
been.
trunk rotation.
that is left trunk rotation.
This is. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, shoot, so we did that wrong.
Well, no, we didn't. It was low quality.
Okay, yeah, you're right. So we're just
I mean,
we just found the low quality. So interesting. Low quality, the opposite direction.
yep. This is the thing, right? When we didn't assess trunk rotation on a flat on the table like this. We just knew that there's a transverse rotational thing going on.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm.
We just
Tested
there's a range
right,
of
was it
motion.
also low quality?
What's that?
No, right was
Was
high
it also
quality.
low quality when you tested right?
Right was high quality.
Yeah, right felt super good. But we
Okay.
could be dealing with table reaction force stuff
Mhm.
too. So that's the thing is we could have checked this supine as well. I was gonna say that's also like a less stressful
Yeah.
way to stem this stuff up, but this is we can try it.
Yeah. So then I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
Okay, rotate. Ready, go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like a check.
Okay, ready, go. I was thinking more ISO, so I had to fix that. So now.
Yeah.
Ready, go.
Oh wait.
Oh wait, that's
Yeah.
that was ready, go. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
So the right trunk rotation feels good.
Yeah. And there's two.
Yeah, that's so crazy. So when I'm here, like nothing is happening. Yeah. When I'm here, nothing is happening with that
Yeah.
ankle. Dude, put your hand on my ankle just real quick. I just want you to feel this, man.
Are you guys trying run? Whoa.
Oh. Yowzers. That's nuts.
That's gotta be a nerve getting pinched.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing right now?
I'm just driving left trunk rotation supine.
And he's getting crazy. When he's right trunk rotated,
It's off.
it's off, nothing's happening. What if you drive left and just stay in left?
Are you guys also
Wow,
internally
it's not
rotating?
even,
It's going wild.
it's going, yeah. So we could also do it like an ISO here.
Yeah. Or we could even
Um,
start me in right trunk
yeah.
rotation and see how that feels. Yeah, that doesn't do the foot.
So when you're
there it is.
supine,
It's going.
Yeah, I'm feeling it now.
trunk rotated, what is high quality and what is low?
Left rotation was low quality, supine and prone.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone.
But right is
Oh,
fine.
there it is. There it is.
Are you doing stuff with your right hip as well or no?
That felt way better than you tried to.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like I could access it there.
You were just getting a little bit toward the second. And I was
Yeah.
like, this felt like you were like,
Oh, it's not doing it now.
dude, okay, so, and this is where we're like, let's just try supine.
Yeah.
Oh, supine was way more
Yeah,
nourishing.
let's ride that up.
ride
Yeah.
that.
Let's just
We
check
see what
this
happens,
real.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So left. Okay, got
Do
it.
you want to just QAMC it?
Yeah.
Okay, ready, go. Oh yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Let's just ISO this to see
Okay.
if you can.
Yeah, it feels fine.
Yeah, you're getting way more now.
Oh wait, what am I doing? Am I going right? Or that's left, huh? Okay, cool. Oh, it feels good.
Yeah, that's way a lot more stuff's happening.
So in this situation, I would probably give them the supine one,
Mm-hmm.
just because it was easier to find at home. Like so
Yeah.
at home.
Like that's what we work on. Cool.
Should I gotta go? Can we check these one more time?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Okay. Ready, go. Oh yeah.
Oh, is that extension? Hold on.
Yeah. Ready, go.
That feels better.
One more time. Ready, go. Yeah, that's solid.
It feels better.
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, you were. You were mush.
And then we had.
You want to scoot down? Okay.
Oh, dude.
Ready, go. Oh yeah. Okay, so you liked that.
Yeah.
You like that, so Julia, you make a note that the
Oh,
that
dude.
trunk rotation cleared up both.
You gotta check this out, dude.
Whoa. That is some good range of motion there. That's like, is that better? How does that feel to you?
It feels way better.
It looks better. Yeah, you've got like 10 degrees more now on this.
Oh, that's crazy.
So initial assessment showed trunk rotation issues.
On the right.
So
Yeah.
we jumped from ankle all the way up to
So we
trunk
jumped,
rotation.
we stopped doing the internal rotation with leg, of the hip with leg extension into like, let's check out the spine rotation stuff. Oh, that's cleared up some of the prone problems with this. Okay, so we're gonna, that's a really important thing. We'll
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah.
So
So
we
we.
start there next time.
Yeah, I think
I'll
so.
probably check this stuff, let's see how the homework's did,
Yep.
you know, and then,
Yep.
then let's go work this more.
Yeah.
But you had done some things with the knees to rule out the
Knees,
issues.
feet.
Yeah, that's
We
definitely.
didn't really address the pelvis, but
No.
we had a bilateral pelvic rotation issue. We could check PVA.
Yeah. Okay. Keep it here. Ready, go.
That's mush.
Yeah, mush,
Try
mush.
this side too.
Okay, ready, go. Yeah. Want to try one more time?
Yeah.
Ready, go. Yeah. So that's something I probably think, okay, I want to look at this
Yeah.
more in the future.
Yeah.
Right
We
now,
know there's more axial
There's
stuff going on.
Yeah.
So this is good. Like we learned some stuff about the leg. We know dude likes internally rotating his leg and supine. You know, you could
keep this as homework,
yeah,
but we're going to go here. We're
Yeah.
not going to look at the.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we went pretty upstream to your trunk and not at your pelvis. right?
Well, and the reason I was kind of thinking to avoid the pelvis is because we were having a ton of PVA bilateral issues going on here.
Yeah.
The other thing, the reason I stayed with the rotational component is because of the rotational component of the legs. Now I might be actually off neutral and it might be a frontal plane issue. But for the sake of staying with transverse today, that's why I was like, hey, let's try the rotational stuff.
So you wanted to stay in that plane? for
Yeah,
treatment?
just to kind of keep it
Yeah.
all tracking. We're checking rotary stuff, so
Stay in the lane, stay in the plane.
If we didn't see anything,
I'd go
then you're like, okay, let's check another plane.
100%.
Okay, we've seen that same plane. Okay, so maybe it's not this thing.
You want to check adduction real quick?
Yeah. Just like straight at
Yeah. Because I know those are feeling kind of shit.
Okay. Keep it here. Ready, go.
Yeah, still shit.
Ready, go.
We checked those earlier, right?
Yeah. Still mush.
So that's something we're gonna we want to probably look at
Yeah.
another time.
Yeah. And I have a feeling that bilateral adduction, that bilateral PVA
Yeah.
is probably not real. It's probably white noise.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's something else is breaking down, which is short circuiting all this shit.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw an audio note to practice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great, man.
So okay, let's just try this. So supine, iso, myoplyo, internal rotation from hip extension, felt nourishing, plyometric out of internal rotation, felt easy, and plowing from external rotation into internal rotation felt crappy.
Yeah. Yep.
So we're gonna leave homework being supine, hip internal rotation. Tried same thing from prone with a bent knee and straight knee, was low quality and didn't improve with isoing. Went over to the trunk rotation going left, was low quality. Didn't seem to improve too much from an iso staying prone, but when we switched to supine, that improved quality. So we're gonna give that as a homework too.
Yep.
Check back in with that next session.
Yep.
And then maybe do some configs with that.
Yep. And then the other thing I would throw in is just we're getting a lot of destabilization from the pelvis and any kind of like inner thigh adductory tissue. So monitoring that and just keeping that in mind for downstream, like pelvic, lumbo destabilization. There's something going on there. It could be a cervical influence component, but just keeping that in mind too. I'm going, ooh, that's not good. This dude is walking around like a noodle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And
How you feeling, Jazz?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You
Well,
feel good?
little smashed. Yeah, little beat, but I'm good. Yeah.
There's been a lot of days where I'm like, I'm gonna work out after I do the session with you, and I'm like,
You're like, no fucking way. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely like I probably in this situation probably would have gone like with a client, especially somebody like I mean I know I have a lower allostatic load, I
Yeah,
think.
your load was
It's like 5-ish or something.
yeah, it was pretty chill.
Yeah, but I would probably have, if I had seen that IR come back and then like done like one or two of those guys on the prone and I'm like, oof, not good. Well, we did a lot. I think this is the difference too, is like we did a lot more stuff probably.
Well, we were also like an hour, almost 2 hours. So like
That's true, right.
We would have
That's
called it way
that's
sooner.
yeah,
So-
that's what I'm saying is like there's that component too of
Yeah.
like how much cumulative load is going on.
Right.
But like I I was like thinking about this and actually this is a pretty normal amount of
Yeah.
stimulus.
Yeah.
It's just over, it's drawn, I think like you said, drawn out.
Yeah.
So
Cool. That was super helpful.
and I really appreciated your contrasting it with MAT. Like you saw the limitations